It's our weekly live Q&A that we have here on YouTube. You are getting to be a part of what happens on a Zoom call with the people who are part of my Force Acceleration Mastermind. And if you are someone who you're running a business, you're making a little bit of money, you want to ascend to making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, the strategies that we employ in that mastermind just might be for you. And if you want to learn more about that, you can go to collab.prouty.me and find out more. I'll put that in the chat. It's collab.prouty.me to learn more. I just pop that in the chat so you can even click on it. And I'll probably remind you about it once or twice over this broadcast. The reason that I go live onto YouTube is to provide some content, some value to the followers and fans on YouTube. And so we're here. But I'm also here on the Zoom with a whole bunch of really cool people who I get to see a couple of times a week and hang out with. All right, let me get the chat back open. There. And if you haven't, the people who are here, let me get the participant list. You guys who are here, if you haven't gotten an invite to come into the collab yet, I'm working on that. I'm working on that. I think there's just been a couple of little things that have been preventing that from happening, but that is something I'm working on. I'm actually I've got time this afternoon to try to put that thing to bed. If you have been invited, then you are part of a community that is outside of social media so that we can be focused and we can spend time together in an online community as well as our face-to-face collab calls that we have on Thursdays. And then the other calls that we have, like Cafe FA and Cafe FA on Mondays and Fridays, and then this cool call on Fridays. All right, so you can literally ask me anything. If a question came into the chat, I haven't seen it, please pardon me. I'm certainly happy to answer anything. We were just talking, before I went live onto YouTube, we were talking about my camera setups. Hey, YouTube, what's up? I see people there. We were talking about my camera setup. And I have a completely stationary camera setup over here that has lights and a large DSLR camera that I use for making my long form videos for YouTube. I'm looking at the wrong place. I should be looking there. You notice my eyes are here. So I've got that set up. And then I just purchased a Sony ZV-E10, which is a smaller camera, but I can still switch the lenses out on it. Because I was looking for something that I can take with me and isn't gigantic. I don't have to have a whole kit bag to take with me. I just want a camera that I can take on the go. Now, my lowest, the lowest level of record on the go is just using the phone, right? But I am also wanting to make some more produced type videos on the go. There's somebody in the mastermind who records videos from her car. So I got the crazy idea that maybe I should make some videos from the car as well. So I got a suction cup with a tripod on it, or with a mount on it, that I'll be able to record in the car. So you'll see all of that coming up. So I just wanted a camera that I could grab and go. It really wasn't particularly expensive. And I'm absolutely loving it. And you might not see this as well on YouTube because I think YouTube is like compressing the stream, but the people who are here on the Zoom are commenting on how unbelievably clear the image is. Like they're telling me they feel like they're sitting here with me, which is kind of what I want. Kind of what I want. I want you to, have that kind of an experience. All right, so that's the deal on the cameras. What do you guys want to talk about today? I will talk about anything. I just won't share the secrets. Where's Ramin? Should we send an internet hug to Ramin? He didn't, he's not here today, and I kind of miss him. So maybe if you're connected with him on the socials, go send him an internet hug and tell him that we're missing him and we wish he was here. I'm sure he's just busy. I assigned some really aggressive goals for him for the month of June. So somebody says, what's better, live video or scripted? So if you are making video for social media and you are your product, so those are the conditions. If you're making video for social media and you are your product, then I want you to go live. And I want you to go live for a couple of reasons. The first reason is there's zero tech aside from clicking go live. So you're not going to, it's going to get you making videos faster, and it's going to get you committed to getting videos online. You click go live and you're live. And if you're your product and this is social media content, then going live is probably going to get you the fastest results, because you're not going to get hung up on trying to read a script. You're not going to resist doing it because now you have to record, move it to the computer, edit, produce, export, and upload. Instead, it's one step versus 7 steps. If you are your product, then you're showing people who you are. And we live in a world now where there's this artificial perfection that we're subjected to everywhere we look. We've got people showcasing to us how perfect their lives are. Well, we know they're not. We've got artificial displays of symbols of wealth that are just fake. We live in a world where everyone is working very hard to shape your perception to the point where you're just being flat out lied to at every turn so that people can profit from that. And I'll call out Amazon. You know, we've talked about this before, but well, you know, Amazon with their Just Go technology, that they just completely lied. And they said AI is taking care of you when you're shopping at the stores and you can just leave. But it wasn't AI. It was 1,000 people in India watching cameras of you shopping and trying to identify what you bought so that they can ring you up from wherever they are. But they said it was AI. Amazon just lied to you to profit. So we live in a world where things are artificial to manipulate you into believing certain things are true. So what happens when we live in a condition like that? Well, that was AI beta. I might need a little clarity on what that means. So we live in this world where everything is artificial, right? Everything we see is artificial. The symbols of wealth, the people's lifestyles. You know, I saw this person who's trying to become an influencer eating a burger at a Miami burger place, and they're dancing around like they're dancing around like they've never tasted food before, and it was the first bite. Like they were like, and all of the comments are I eat here, the burgers are terrible, but this person's trying to manipulate you into believing they are to profit. So the point of all of that is when you go live, like I'm live here with you right now on YouTube, I'm live here with you right now on Zoom, I don't have an opportunity to edit. And I don't have an opportunity to make this thing look perfect. So what that's going to do is that's going to stand out as the voice of reason in the chaos of misinformation and deceit. Because I don't have the opportunity right now. I mean, I'm sitting here, you've got, you know, the drawings from the kids. I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to stumble and fumble across my words on occasion. I'm not going to edit that out. You get to see me think and process and come up with thoughts and ideas and communicate with you. I'm not going to edit that. I'm not going to get rid of all of my pauses to feed into not you, because you're here, you've been here for 19 minutes. But I'm not going to edit out my pauses because there's this perception that people don't have an attention span. Well, that's a load, because people do have an attention span. That's why people binge watch television shows. That's why people will sit and watch television shows for hours, because they have an attention span. That's why movies I haven't been to the movies in a long, long time, but I think movies are more than 2 hours long now. Am I right about that? When the last time I went to the movies, it was like, okay, a movie's an hour and a half. Now movies are like 2.5 hours long. When did that happen? And people will sit there. People will sit and watch the previews, as was just pointed out. So people have an attention span. When someone tells you that they have to only make content and get rid of all the pauses and make it fast-paced and all of that, which I do, I have content like that. If no one's holding their attention through your content, it's because your content, you gotta, I'm editing in my brain. You gotta do a better job with your content to hold people into your content. It's as simple as that. If your fall off in your videos is at 15, 20 seconds, don't sit there and go, oh, well, it's because people don't have attention spans. They do. Those same people are binge watching stuff on Netflix. Those same people are sitting through 2.5 hour movies. Those same people are sitting on social media in its entirety for hours. Do a better job with your content. Hold them. Or don't, and understand that the people, this is the way I love to do it. Understand that the people who stick through your content are your best prospects. If they stick it out for 5 to 7 minutes and then execute on your call to action, then they're your best prospects. By the way, you might be wondering what a call to action is, especially if you're here on YouTube. A call to action is when you make an offer to someone to do something that has a low barrier to entry. For example, there are a couple of dozen people here now on the Zoom with me that you happen to be watching on YouTube, whether it's live or in the rebroadcast. And these people, many of which are in my private mastermind, which is called Force Acceleration. It's a collaborative mastermind where we get together a couple of times a week. We all share ideas to help everybody move forward faster. If you want those kind of results, if you're here on YouTube or you're watching on the replay, if you want those kind of results, you want to move forward faster in your business, you want to hang around with a bunch of really cool people. Some of them have apostrophes in their names. You want to hang around with some really cool people and everybody's cheering you on and giving you ideas. And then you've got me to kind of ringlead the whole thing and a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. You want something like that? Well, go to collab.prouty.me. I'll put that link in the chat. I'll also put it in the comments on this. Just go to collab.prouty.me. And we're opening up a new wave into the collaborative mastermind in a couple of weeks. It's not open right now. You'd have to ask really, really nice to get in right now. I might let you in. But we're opening up a new wave in just a couple of weeks. And for less than the price of coffee, you get to hang out with some really cool people. Like, these people are pretty amazing. They want your success as much as I want your success. And that's the point of this. Somebody's saying that they would prefer natural stupidity over artificial intelligence. Yeah, I kind of agree. Boy, in yesterday's collab call, I think it was yesterday's collab call, we opened up a whole bunch of really interesting stuff about artificial intelligence and what's happening with websites and Google and search results. That's, we saved that for the inside. That was stuff that we covered yesterday. Boy, that was really cool stuff that we did. So the question was, should I do live video or should I do pre-recorded? If it's for social media content, just go live, get the content out there. You're going to get a bunch of people from India writing to you saying, your video is terribly edited. I can edit it for you. And then they're going to charge you twice what somebody in the US would charge you because they think they can do that. I'm not calling out India. All right, I am. But you'll get people from around the world saying, oh, no, your video is terribly edited. I can help you with this. You just politely say, hey, I have a strategy and it's working, and you can, go edit somebody else's video. The point is, get the content out, display authenticity, display integrity, show them you and show them who you are. And that is going to help you stand out from the artificial world. And then once you stand out, well, you all know what happens if you were to open up a truck and let 1,000 animals into a field. Animals are going to get together with each other. The same animals, all the cows are going to get together, and the giraffes are going to get together. The hamsters are all going to find each other and get together. People have a natural magnetism and gravity to be with people who are like them. So when you display that you are like them, they're going to want to be with you. That breaks down one of the biggest barriers in sales that most people experience, is that people don't want to be around you. So if you're somebody that people want to be around, and you can show them that you're somebody that they want to be around, you've just broken down a huge sales barrier. And you can do that just by going live instead. So then let's talk about the scripted, because scripted has a role as well. Scripted should be used for the highest quality content that you want to last for a long period of time. So we would think of scripted content as stuff that's going to be embedded on your website. But even then, just editing a live video can work very well in that case. Sales videos, a video sales letter, for example, or a webinar or a workshop. Scripted, recorded, produced, uploaded. If you're looking to stand out with short form content, short form content, we're dealing with the people, you're dealing with the thumb. You've just got to keep somebody from doing this. You might need to do some editing to capture the attention faster than if you just said, hey, I'm going live and I'm going to be talking about some stuff today. You might need to do that. In fact, you probably will. So that's where scripted comes into play, scripted and edited. In general, I think you should work to get away from a complete script from start to finish. So let me describe for you. I'll talk about it. I was going to type it. You know what? I'll type it so that you can read it and screen capture it. Let me open up a new doc. I'll give you a framework, a video framework that will work very well for you. I can't even open up my my Google Docs without being like forced to use AI. I don't want to use AI. I want to use my eye. Oh my God, that's great. I just came up with that. My eye. Did you use AI? No, I used my eye. I used my intelligence to make that. A simple video framework. Now, if you can remember this video framework, if you can remember this framework, this will go a long way for you, especially if you decide to go live. This works for, somebody says it's private eye. So this simple video frameworks, just some quick notes, easy to remember, can be used live or in produced and edited. You can, I just saw somebody join. I just saw who just joined? Somebody just joined the group, the Zoom. I saw all the names shift, but I'm looking at them. I generally try to memorize the names that are here. Used in produced or edited. And you can use this long form or short form. This doesn't work for shorts. This is too much to use in shorts. So step one, talk about the problem. Okay, so you lead in with the problem. Don't lead in with, hi, my name is, or, hey, you can. Once you get pretty well known, you can say, hey, it's Chris. You can say that, but generally, just start with the problem. So talk about the problem. Talk about why it's a problem. Talk about the solution. Talk about why they want the solution, why they should employ the solution. I'm sorry, that might be complicated words. But talk about why they should get the solution. Ready? Give 3 big ideas about the problem solution, and then tell them what to do next. Yeah, you want me to do it you want me to do one off the cuff? I'll do one off the cuff for force acceleration. You ready? So when we started our businesses, a lot of us came from the corporate world where we went to an office and we worked with people, and then we decided, hey, I could either do this better or I want to do something else. And so we ditch the corporate world and we set off on our own. We go off on our own path. And there's always going to be some resistance to doing that because it's scary and not everybody does it. And you're leaving a whole bunch of people behind, people that you got to see every day. Entrepreneurialism can be a very lonely road. You're working from home. You might not go out that often. If you don't network, you might not go out at all and see other business people. That can start to wear away at you because then you don't get the collaboration and you don't get the team spirit that can move you forward faster. In fact, study after study has shown that when you have like-minded people working alongside of you, you always move forward faster. Well, that's exactly why I created the Force Acceleration Mastermind. It's to collaborate, to bring a collaborative spirit together with a bunch of people who are all looking to move forward in their businesses. See if this sounds familiar to you. You had an idea, you thought it would be a great business, you started the business, you got some traction, you maybe sold to family, friends, or some people on social media, but you knew there's more out there for you. You know that inside of you, you have untapped resources and untapped potential. Well, when you can collaborate with other people who feel the same way, all of that potential comes to the surface. And that's why it's important to find a group of people who are cheering you on and helping you get to your goals as fast as possible. In fact, when you work with a group of people like that in a collaborative way, your profit increases, you're able to make more money. That's different than revenue. Profit is the amount you keep. You are able to have greater impact on those you serve because you get great examples of people around you who are giving great results to their clients, and you have a whole lot more fun because you get to talk to people a couple of times a week in a group environment, and you get to see the fun that happens when you're able to profit and when you're able to have impact. And if that sounds like the kind of results that you want, then I want to work with you. And I want to work with you inside the Force Acceleration Mastermind. And all you have to do is visit collab.prouty.me to get on the waiting list. And when we open up the next wave of enrollees, I'll talk with you. We'll see if it's right for you. And if it is, I'd like you to think about joining. And if it's not, that's cool too. So all you have to do is go to collab.prouty.me, give me your first name and your email address, and I'll let you know when the next wave is opening up. All right, so I just went through that kind of off the top of my head there. Felt pretty good, stumbled up just a little bit. But that is how you can take this framework. And I hope as you're reading this and as you're doing it, so you can see I talked about the problem. I talked about why it's a problem. Okay, you set off into the world from your job. You started your own thing, and it's kind of lonely, and you're not moving as fast as you thought you could. The solution is being with a collaborative group of people. And you should do that because you'll get to your goals faster. And then I gave 3 big ideas. When you work in a collaborative mastermind, like we've created, you make more money. That's your profit. You have greater impact on those you serve. And you have fun. And you can see the fun that we have, especially on the Monday and Friday calls. It's just fun. It's just fun because we all want the same things. So I told them what to do next, which was to visit Collab you can jot that down. Collab.prouty.me and get on the waiting list. See if it's right for you. It's cheaper than coffee. It seriously is cheaper than coffee, which is bizarre to me. But I just want to get it into as many hands as possible. There's a bigger reason that we keep it so affordable, but we'll talk about that on Thursdays. All right. So that's a really simple video framework that if you just commit this to memory, hold on, let me just tidy this up. If you just commit problem, why it's a problem, solution, why they need the solution, 3 big ideas about the problem and the solution, and then what to do next. That's not hard to memorize. And I bet as you're watching this, you're already starting to think about how you could organize this into what you do. So now the question becomes, the original question was, go live or do recorded? Well, when you commit this to memory and you actually practice it, it becomes really easy to make a live video as impactful as a recorded video. And sure, I messed up a little bit in this as I did it. I mean, I fumbled on my words. I had to search for a word or two. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, because people see that I'm human. And that's what I want. All right. So there is a simple video framework that you can use for recorded. So I could have taken that recording, edited it down, make it really tight, put some B-roll in there, have a nice piece, or not, just go live with it. Somebody says, do you have any recommendations for automating the distribution of video content, shorts, reels, and posts on a schedule to multiple platforms? I do have a recommendation for you. Let me show this to you. Bear with me one moment. Let me stop my share. And let me get this for you. And then I'll take you on a tour of it. I'm going to show you the tool I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to fumble around with because it's so set it and forget it. I haven't logged into this thing in months. I think it's working for me every day, posting 2 or 3 times a day for me. I don't think I've logged in more than once this year. I'll show you in just a moment. I got to fumble around and actually log into it. And then a lot of my private clients are using this as well. Oh my gosh, and you know what? There is something so unbelievable. I'm going to show you the most mind-blowing set it and forget it that I love about this. Give me a second to log in. I have a referral link. I don't care if you use this or not. There's my referral link right there. You can, I don't know. It doesn't, I don't care. I don't care if you use it or not. It's Cloud Campaign that I'm going to show you, but I really don't care. So here's Cloud Campaign. Okay. I am using Cloud Campaign to do one thing, and it's to post evergreen content in the form of posts and videos across all my socials. I do not use Cloud Campaign. So let's be real about this. If it matters, like if it truly matters, I'm posting it natively. I'm not going to let a tool do it. So my long form YouTube videos, I'm posting myself. My LinkedIn newsletters, I'm on the platform, typing them into the platform and sending them off. When it matters, and you know what stuff matters, what stuff really, really matters, that's the stuff you post natively to the platforms. But for other stuff that keeps your visibility up, that keeps your presence up, stuff that's evergreen, that can last a long time and be repeated over time, a tool like this is perfect for that. Okay, so just want to be really clear on that. Let's go back into it. I'm going to show you my favorite feature. My favorite feature of this is, hold on. Yeah, otherwise it can get lost in the chaos of the cloud. I am an affiliate. The affiliate link, I tried to post it, but like I said, I don't, you can see it above in the link, but I don't know if that'll actually, the question mark kind of screwed it up. I don't care. I just want you to get it, and I want you to have a good experience, which you probably won't. None of these platforms work good at all. However, this is the one that's the least worst. And that's a phrase that I use with one of my private clients where we say, what's the least worst solution? Cloud Campaign is the least worst. So take a deep breath, because I'm going to show you the best part of Cloud Campaign first. I'm going to show you my favorite part. You ready? My favorite part is the auto import. With the auto import, you link Cloud Campaign to your Google Drive. And you set up a folder in your Google Drive that is your Cloud Campaign folder. Auto import monitors that folder. When new content shows up in that folder, Cloud Campaign pulls it out of that folder and puts it into your mix of content that is being published. So why have I not had to log into this more than once this year? Because all I do is create content and put it in my Google Drive folder. Cloud Campaign, as part of their least worst methodology, reaches out to my Google folder and pulls it in, and then puts it into the mix. To me, that's the biggest asymmetric efficiency I could come up with. I produce a bunch of content, like I produce 30 shorts. I just shove them in a folder. I never have to think about them again. So if I go to my settings here, and I go to integrations, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend Cloud Campaign? Well, I'm recommending it right now. How did you decide on that score? I love the number 10. So in integrations, I went to the gear, and then I went to integrations, and I connected my Google Drive. Okay, so you can see that right here. So step 1, integrations, and then I just connected my Google Drive. And I don't know where the new button is, probably hiding somewhere, but oh, add new. So you could add it, I just clicked add new, and I connected it to my Google Drive. Then I went into my Google Drive and I created 3 folders, because I have 3 types of content that I share evergreen. So I created 3 folders inside my Google Drive. So now when I go to auto import, I have inspirational shorts, social cards, and educational shorts. The inspirational shorts you've seen, if you've seen me on social media anywhere, it's me standing there in the background with a little inspirational message in front. So it's a video with just a few words to inspire. I made 54 of them. So I made that folder, and then I created this auto import as a new source. And I chose Google Drive. And then I chose my account here, and then I chose the folder. And then I gave it a name. And then you toggle advanced, and you click recycle content. Now it's going to keep posting that same content over and over and over again. But you need, in my estimate, you need 8 weeks worth of content to recycle, so that people don't see the same post every week. They see it, and then 2 months later, they see it again. So that's why I've got 54. I should get a couple more in there and make it 56 to get a full, the even 8 weeks. So you're going to want to have 8 weeks worth of content that you're going to want to start, that you're going to recycle. That way, 6 weeks is really where it's at, but I want 8 weeks just to have a little bit of buffer space in there. And so what that's doing is it's just recycling the content. Every 8 weeks, it recycles. Now, if I add more, it's going to extend that time. If I added 54 more, it would be 16 weeks before people saw the same stuff again. So I added a folder for inspirational shorts, a folder for social cards, of which there are 150, and then a folder for educational shorts, of which there are 388. These educational shorts are snippets from my YouTube videos. So they're 30-second snapshots, video snapshots from my YouTube videos. So if you were to see my Google Drive, you would see these 3 folders. And all I do is I create this content and put it into those folders. Cloud Campaign then takes it and brings it into their system. So what do you do with it? You create a schedule. So I created a schedule. At midnight, an inspirational short video is posted. Okay, so at midnight, it posts an inspirational short video. Then at 10 a.m., it posts a social card. Then at 12:15, it posts an educational short video. So those are my time slots. And then here are my cues. So here's my educational short video. You don't see the full, this is actually a full video. You can see how long it's been since I've done anything with this. Look at the hair. And you can see this is going to TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. And then here's my inspirational short video that gets posted at a different time, going to the same platforms. And then here are my social cards going everywhere except TikTok. Okay, so those are my cues. What's cool about this is I could go here and I could shuffle the cue, but I don't really feel the need to. It automatically is filling from the Google Drive. So if I put in a new video in educational short videos today, it will show up in here today. And then I just have these dedicated time slots. So then we have the calendar. And you can see on the calendar when stuff is scheduled and what is scheduled. But I never think about this. I don't have to look at this at all. Somehow it's monitoring my chats. Looks like I've got 76 new chats that have come in. I should probably check those. So this is Cloud Campaign. And those are the things that I like the most about it. Does it work great? Works okay. How do I know if it's helping my sales? Because I don't post anything on TikTok aside from that, and I'm getting sales from TikTok. Just when I thought, do I really need Cloud Campaign anymore? A sale came in from TikTok. And then I'm getting a ton of inquiries from TikTok. So that's probably the best indicator that it's working to drive things forward, because you guys know me, I don't do anything if it doesn't generate revenue. I'm not going to waste my time. But I've just in May, and there's one pending for June, just in May, 7,500 generated from TikTok, and I never log on to TikTok. And I never publish anything natively to TikTok. And then I've got one pending for June. So that'll be another 2,500. So that's about 10 grand generated from TikTok doing nothing. I feel like I'm out of fair exchange, right? So how do I know it's working? Because I'm getting business from it. How long did it take? I mean, I made smattering amounts of money, but nothing measurable like that. A year? A year of consistent posting? That's fine. That's fine. I don't have to do anything. It's doing it for me. What would happen if I got intentional about TikTok? I wonder. But I'm intentional about YouTube. I'm intentional about LinkedIn. And it provides me a steady flow. So there you go. There you go. And on my other socials, those posts get interaction with people. So because I'm getting interaction, you know, it's just one more touch. It's just one more touch. Can you communicate your chats directly from Cloud Campaign? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see if I click on these things. It's opening them up right now. I don't want to show you because it's private stuff. Yep, there they are. And I can reply. Wow, I can. Let's see. Yeah, I can reply right to people. And I can even have canned responses that I could click on and it would automatically respond to people. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, all in one place like that. I'll show you what it looks like because I can show you this because there's one that's a spam one. Okay, so this is a spam one that I can show you. Dear admin page, you know, we've received multiple reports that your business account has violated terms of service and guidelines. So what are they threatening to do? Please, okay, they're threatening to permanently delete my account. Dear God, please go ahead and delete my account. It'll be a relief. There you go. I just replied to them. That's kind of cool. So there's a benefit. That's actually a pretty cool one too. I'm glad you asked that. So I went and discovered that. James, did that answer your question adequately? Okay, great. That makes me happy. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thank you so much for being here and hanging out today. If this is your first time here on YouTube, what you're watching is a live collaborative call. And a lot of the people that are on this call in the Zoom are in the Mastermind Force Acceleration. This is more of a casual call that we do on Fridays because a couple of people joined that aren't part of the Mastermind. I have no idea why you wouldn't be a part of this. It's cheaper than coffee, and you get to do real cool stuff with a real cool group of people. So if you're here, whether you're on the Zoom here and you're not a part of it, and you want better results, and you want it for short dough, then you can go to collab.prouty.me. Could somebody pop that in the chat, please? And I'll go pop it over here into YouTube. Just go to HTTP. No S on that. I got to get the S on that one. You know what? Remind me, Collab friends, to show you how to get the S on your forward links. Just go to collab.prouty.me, get on the waiting list. That waiting list formally opens on Monday. So you're jumping the line by going today, tomorrow, or Sunday. You're jumping the line. I might have something special for you, but that waiting list formally opens on Monday. And you can watch what happens over the next couple of weeks with that. And then I'm opening up 21 spots for July in the Mastermind, and 5 spots have already been taken. Before I've even announced it, people are finding it and they're signing up. 5 spots have already been taken, and I am going to be very strict about that number. And that's what I have for you today, my friends. Any closing thoughts? Tons of fun and massive force acceleration. Hey, thanks so much for putting that link, Jim. Thanks for putting that in the chat. I appreciate that very much. All right. We covered a lot today. Looking forward to seeing everybody in the community as well. So that's Jed Wong. He is over there in the beautiful country of Africa, and he has been more than a year. He's been hanging out with me, and to the point where he wanted a deeper role, and so he is our community admin inside of the private chat community. He's the community admin. He is. Did I say country? God, I hope I said continent. I hope I did. Correct me if I'm. Did I say country? I meant continent. Shoot. Sorry. Sorry about that. My apologies. I hope you'll forgive me. Over in the continent of Africa. And he is a big part of the community. He's in there making sure that everybody's well taken care of inside the community, and he's doing an amazing job with that. So you get to interact with him. Super, super smart dude. Actually taught me something yesterday about AI and SEO that I wasn't aware of, and that I am going to be processing and bringing to the collab. So thanks for being with me here today on this beautiful Friday. Mastermind people, we're together in 1 hour for Cafe FA. So I hope you show up for that, where we can have a little bit of fun and recap our week and then launch into the weekend. Let me shut down the YouTube